All right, give me just a minute here. All right, here we go. We're here at Vintage and Antiques. We're here at Main Street, Berlin. Let me know if you can hear this, if it sounds all right. We're going to take a look here at Vintage and Antiques. Hi, Half Century. How you doing? We're here in Berlin, Ohio, right downtown. Snowy day. We're going to go into Vintage Antiques, which we're looking at here. Oh, great. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. Thank you for the thumbs up. Here we are down in Berlin. So there's a lot of, it's Amish country. There's a lot of little stores and things like that. We're going to cover some of those here in the upcoming days and months and years. We're right beside Blue Sky Cafe. Here's the showcase, Vintage and Antiques. So it's called the showcase. I've been putting Vintage and Antiques, but it is the showcase. So across from the Antique Mall, you got Shia Market down there. You got the Red Poppy across the street and the Pottery Niche. Fudge and popcorn. There's a lot of things here. I mean, you can spend a couple of days here just looking around. So let's go inside. Check this out. I think you're gonna like what you see. This is something that I'm planning on doing at lots of different locations. And so if people let me know that they would like to have me stop at their store and do this type of a thing, just get a hold of HCOandMORE. All right, so we're coming into the store. There's lots of neat things here. We've got some earrings and vintage jewelry. Lots of vintage jewelry, lots of neat stuff. Look at those little kitties. Aren't they cute? So if I'm going too fast, let me know. If I'm going too slow, let me know. Some more jewelry, some old cameras there. I like that. Love cameras. Old Polaroids. There's an old Brownie. It used to be top of the line back in the day. Oh, there's some dude watching me. Oh. All right, we're going to head on down through. These are different vendor booths. So there's lots of variety here. Again, it's right at 39 and 62, State Route 39, 62, right at the split. Can't miss it. There we go. Lots of vintage and antiques. It's the showcase. There you go. The old Pepsi 6-packs, 12 ounce. Those were glass bottles. A lot of them were vended out of the old vending machines. I remember I worked at a store and we had that vending machine up front. So I was a bag boy back then, a lot of years ago. And we would buy a pop and we carried the groceries out to the people's cars. And so everybody would grab a pop and we would, you know, not be able to drink the whole pop because we'd get called to run the groceries out. So we'd put the pop up on top of the pop machine. That was all well and good until a couple of times we caught a couple of people coming in and they would drink the pop. So we always had to keep an eye on it. Royal Bunnykins. Look at all these antique porcelain here. This is one of the booths. Old dollhouse. It's a tin dollhouse. Got some Mickey items. Now I'll tell you what, this is what caught my eye right here. Is that little pool duck. Pull him along. Little kid would run around on the floor and pull it along with them. Then I remember this guy too. Look at that. Little caterpillar. Pull him along, another pull along toy. And I didn't even see this. I used to have one of these. Not going to date myself, but been around for a little. Oh, the cow. There you go. Cute, cute, cute. I had one of these too, a pounding bench. You know what? Spent hours on one of those. Make sure you like, subscribe. You know the drill. But if you like and subscribe, I appreciate the thumbs up. Double tap the screen, and you can if you're on a phone, you can like it. And if you subscribe, you'll know when I go live the next time. Planning on doing more lives coming up. Sorry for the twitch there. Putting it on a mount. Getting the mount turned on here. So it's a mount that will follow me. So here we're coming back in the corner. First floor. So there is 2 floors here. So we're on the first floor right now, and then we'll be going to the second floor. So there's a lot of different glassware here. And you know what? I did this the other day. Hang on a minute. Let me turn the camera around here. There we go. You gotta be smarter than the equipment to run it. My hair's a little wild, huh? A little snowy out. So here's a lot of different glassware here. You got shot glasses. You've got some of the older glasses here with movies and stuff. Those are really cool. Let me get this tightened up so it doesn't wiggle like that. There we go. Let's take a look here. So you got E.T. You've got the Fleisch, Woody Woodpecker. Look at there, Underdog, Woody Woodpecker. You've got Care Bears. You got lots of different glass. Brings back a lot of memories. You know, not only is it cool to see the antiques, but just to have it come back and share the memories, or bring your kids, your grandkids in, walk through. You can see all the different things that are going on. You can see all of the different items. And I'll tell you what, these items right here, these remind me of my father-in-law. He loved automotive stuff and was really into cars. Here's a bunch of cars, but these old tins, you know, that's how they used to ship all of their oils and all of those different. Move back here so you can get a quick look. Get the glare away from it. So again, we're at the showcase, vintage antiques. A lot of neat things here. We'll go back in the corner here. There's a lot more glassware. You got a deer mount? You need a deer? You can come and get your deer mount. Tell your fellas, hey, I got my deer. So you can trick them. All right, let's take a look at some more of the things here. There we go. A lot of different items. Looky there. I don't know, it's a guy thing, but you gotta love the old decoys. Imagine all the hunting that went on with that. Looky here. Somebody wasn't a good shot. I would say they shot him in the head. Probably not on purpose. Here's some glass figurines. Go ahead. Oh, no, that's fine. You're fine. See, even on a snowy day, there's people here shopping, enjoying themselves. Glad to see everybody out. So here is a Sergeant First Class First Army uniform. Tell me, is that cool or what? Look at all these cast iron figurines, little army guys, different branches, different people. Got the machine gun. I'll bet kids played with these for hours and hours and hours. A day like today would be a perfect day for that type of a thing. Here's some of the clocks. A hat. Some of the different items up above here. So those are pretty cool. Lots of neat things. Here's patches, army patches. So let me know if you're enjoying this. Definitely like and subscribe, and you'll know when I go live the different times. Hi. Like I said, this is the first floor. We got a whole nother floor to go. Downstairs, there's lots of different things to look at. There's still a lot of Christmas stuff up yet, and that will be changing over, and I'm sure we'll be back again here. It's the Showcase Vintage and Antiques, right in Berlin, Ohio, right downtown, right at the 3962 split. You can't miss it. Large brick building on the south side of 3962. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's something that you wanted to see in a little more detail. Here's old lanterns. Now here's a lot of signs, a lot of tin signs, original tin signs, not remanufactured or redone, you know. There's a railroad crossing sign, Coca-Cola, Moog. Those are chassis parts. That's cool. So here's a bunch of license plates and those different types of things. Here's more old license plates. Got an old car and you're looking for a license plate to put on it? You just found your place. A lot of automotive type things here. The old gas can, Wolf's Head. Yeah. Nice old things from the good old days, yes. Yep, you are right. A lot of vintage and antiques. Here's some more toy soldiers. Here's some outfits. Some paintings and mannequins up on top. You know what? I lost my coffee again. We'll go up and look in the front here. If you see my red coffee cup anywhere, let me know. I lost it again. It's gone again. That's all right. Check out this bronze lion. Isn't that cool? Here, now, do you remember this? Little chicken. And here's the eggs. So which came first? The chicken or the eggs? We'll have to ask these ladies, did the chicken come first or the eggs?
The chicken.
The chicken came first. There you go. Now we know. Still snowing outside, but it's warm inside. You can spend a lot of time just looking at all the neat little, look at the glass. You got the glass in the window with the sunlight bouncing off of it. Just beautiful. Now here, uranium glass. You'll see the light on it down here, and it will glow that jade green color. That's beautiful. That's something I haven't got yet, but I do want to get some of that. Just for display, I think it's very pretty. I think it would be really cool at night if you had the light on it and it just kind of glowed. That would be pretty neat. How's everybody doing today? We're at the showcase, Vintage and Antiques. So we're gonna explore one more room back here. And then we'll be heading downstairs. There's even more. Let me know if you're enjoying the live broadcast here. Like and subscribe. It's not something that I just do on the side. I just enjoy exploring these different places. I like doing the videos. I like doing those types of things. Those are a lot of fun. So this is a side room. They got mystery bags. You can buy a mystery bag. Roll the dice and see what's in it. Says, what's in the bags? It's a mystery. Each bag contains items from our booth and our voyages. Oh. A few of the items in the bags may have a flea bite, one per bag at the most, or may have a little crazing. But we are all a little crazed. So pick up the bag and enjoy the adventure of the mystery. Each bag is guaranteed to have at least double the value of the cost of the bag. So stop and pick up a mystery bag. It's too bad Christmas is over because you could have got some mystery bags, put those under the tree, or for a gift exchange. Wouldn't that be cool? So that would be something that you do. Got more glassware. Oh, let me bring you back here. Got an old mixer. Let's go check this out. Like I said, a lot of these things just bring back a lot of memories. Bring your kids, your grandkids, and everybody in. You can show them those or come in and shop yourself. Look at that old mixer there. Got the bowls, got the attachments. You could be baking in no time. Cookies, let me know. Keep old Scott in mind if you make cookies, if you make brownies, or if you make ginger snaps. If you make ginger snaps, definitely keep Scott in mind. Here's beginners and primary songs. There's just a lot of things to look at. Look at this. Old glass juicer. Just run your orange or your lime or your lemon. No coconut. You know the song, the lime and the coconut. Look at this chicken. Got pretty good detail. There you go. Come on in. All right, so that's pretty much everything in the room here. We're going to go ahead and go downstairs now and look around down there. Here's a harness. Or it's not called a harness. What's it called? It's a collar, horse collar. And that has a mirror in it. So check this out. This is a vintage Pottery Barn spice rack with the old spices in there. Lots of old spices. Let me know if you're enjoying this. Appreciate you joining me at the showcase, vintage and antiques. Here we go. We're heading downstairs. Look at the eagle drawing. That's pretty cute. Look at that tin. Didn't see that the first time. It's like a mirror. Let's see what they call it. Mirror art. There you go. So check that out. See, it's a mirror, but it's got old black and white, like a sketch on it. There you go. There's looking back up the steps. All right, we're going to go downstairs and look around down there. Okay. Got a couple of Victrolas. Upstairs was some 8-tracks. I've missed those. Look here. Remember these? The old Zippos? Used to be able to hold those by the lid and flop them open and light them. They were refillable. Just put some lighter fluid in them. There's more jewelry. Lots of jewelry. It's the Victrola. So this is one part of it here. I'll show you the other part over here. There's more on this side over here and around the corner there. We're going to come back to that. So who remembers? Here we've got CDs. Of course, you remember CDs. Before those were cassettes. Who remembers the cassettes? Listened to a lot of these throughout the year in my youth. There you go. It was a tape. And I'll tell you what, when that tape got pulled into the tape machine, and if it got spooled up in there, it ruined the CD. And then you would just start unspooling it. What a mess. Then you hoped you could very carefully get all of it out of there. Because if it left any pieces in there, you were doomed to tear it apart and try to find the pieces in there. That tape would pass across, across the recording head. And that's how it magnetically made the music. Lots of Christmas ornaments. Oh, look at here. Look at all the little animals. The unicorn. Just tiny little things. Tiny with a lot. Oh, there's some thimbles. Lots of ornaments. Lots of little, look at that. Look at that, Bella. Let me know if you're enjoying this. You can comment down below. I think it should show all of it. But maybe not. I haven't got all this down pat yet, but we're trying. Oh, here we go. So here's my chat filter. Hang on a minute. Oh, look at that. Okay, now I can see all of your comments. Great. That is much better. Yeah, a lot of items in Ohio. Yeah, I started out on 8 tracks too. Remember the old under the dash 8-track player. Used to put those 8 tracks in there, and they were just a continuous loop. And they would have 4 different tracks on that continuous loop, and that tape wound in through all of those different places. It would run across that magnetic head, same thing as the rest of it. And when it ran across that magnetic head, it would play the music. But then when you went from track 1, 2, 3, and 4, the head would actually come down a little bit to track 2, down to track 3, down to track 4. But those things were only, about as thick as your finger. So for it to go across those tracks was pretty amazing. I'm going to mount this here. There we go. First tape, Steve Miller. There you go. Steve Miller Band. Excellent, excellent. Trying to think of what my first tape was. I think it was Boston. Boston, Foreigner, that's more of a cassette days, but Red Rider. It was a group that not a lot of people heard of, but they were very, very good. I enjoyed them. Queen. Never got to see Queen. I always wanted to see Queen. And that didn't happen, but so let's take a look at some of the items here. No. There's an old lunchbox. The bed here. Oh, check this out. What do you think of that? That is pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, that was a lot of good music. Now, I'll tell you what, I never thought I would hear it, but you can tell you're getting old when on the intercom systems in the stores, they're playing the stuff that you thought was just the coolest stuff. AC/DC, Def Leppard, all of what back in the day was hard rock. Judas Priest, a lot of that stuff you'll hear online now, and you'll hear in the stores. And when you used to shop, you used to think, man, that's old fuddy-duddy music. Now, I guess we're the old fuddy-duddies. At least I am. Here's some nice Koreshes, manger scenes, very pretty. Really, really good prices. You definitely want to stop in and see all of the different things here. It's the showcase. It's right at 39 and 62. A lot of different things to see. Let's go over on the other side here. Let's check out some more stuff. I'll flip it around here so you can see a little bit more of it. Let me know if you're enjoying it. I hope you are. Time we've done it. I'd like to start doing it at some more stores. Maybe do an evening chat about Amish Country and Berlin and Walnut Creek and Winesburg, Baltic. What else? Trail. All those different stores and all those different little towns. It'd be nice to just have a chat. Let me know if you'd like that. I'd like to have that type of a thing. Look at this guy's belly. Huh? Hey. Oh, you gotta love that. That is good. Look at that character on these guys' faces. These old guys. Old safe. That is just phenomenal. And look at this guy. Who remembers this guy? Yeah. Here's the old mason jars. A lot of different mason jars. Again, this is the showcase. It's right at 3962 on the south side of the street. They're a newer store, so it's nice to support the newer stores, and it's nice to support all the different stores. So here, let's look at some more. They got a lot of records, a lot of albums. Oh, cool. That would be kind of neat, just traveling around, just set up at the different flea markets in the different places and sell stuff. Look at this. World Program Service. The Sportsman's Quartet. Look at that. You can see through that record. See, that stuff is just pretty cool. Here's another one over here. Oh, there you go. Little figurines. Caught my eye. I thought they were Laurel and Hardy, but they're not. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Collecting's good. And you know what? Most of it goes up in value. I'm going to see if I can tighten this up a little bit. I like a wiggling. All right, so we're going to get you turned around here. Take a look at some of these. Ah, little Pocahontas. Let me turn you here. There you go. Little Pocahontas doll. Pretty cool. Bring you in here a little closer. Whoop. Can you hear everything all right? Everything's still lit. Everything's doing what it's supposed to do. Is the picture good? Let me know. Because sometimes it gets pixelated and there's no way for me to know after it's all said and done, and then I just threw out a yucky video. There you go. Call for some tea. I would have some coffee, but I lost my cup somewhere upstairs. I sat it down. Who knows where. That cup's been with me forever. Look at that. It's just a continuous strand in a really cool configuration. It says thank you on it. That is really neat. You ever watch glass blowers and wonder how they don't suck that hot air in? These are pretty little things. It'd be real pretty with a light up underneath of it shining. $12. How can you beat that? Do you want me to tell you some of the prices? Because there's a lot of good prices here, a lot of good stuff. Let's see what else. There's so much stuff to look at and find. Sesame Street, Coca-Cola, a lot of different neat things. Planning on going to a lot of different stores in the evenings, jumping on, going live. So, oh, thank you. Definitely give me a thumbs up, and also like and subscribe, and that way you'll know when I go live. I'll try to post it on the Facebook page, which is Amish Country Views by Scott Stallman. So that's the, and also the group is Holmes County, Ohio Amish Country, and also Amish Country, Holmes County, Ohio. But go to the Holmes County, Ohio Amish Country Facebook page, the group. We're at over 8,000 now. We're pushing 9. I look for it to explode again in the spring and just take off again. I mean, I really appreciate everybody that stays with me and watches these things. views all of the different things, comments on the pictures. I love taking photos. I like doing the videos. I like being out there. And I really enjoy bringing these things. Like I said, I don't make any money on it. I just like to do it. Something that I love also is farms. Got the mail pouch barn. I collect pictures. Anytime I see a mail pouch barn, I can't drive by without stopping and taking a picture of it. Of course, I told my wife I was going to get some pictures yesterday. And when I got those pictures yesterday, she told me I was just going to get a couple. And she said, well, you mean like 200? And I said, yeah. I said, I've already got 50. So got the windmill there, the old farm, the old tractor. That is a farm all for sure. Farm all tractor. It's a 10, $8. Stop in, pick these up. These are deals. Those are very nice. Nice little winter scene. So yeah, lots of neat things. Again, we're at the showcase. It's at 39 and 62. So make sure you stop here. It's on the south side. You can't miss it. There you go. Look at this old sled. There we go. Get done bouncing around there a little bit. Tell me something. Have you ever rode on a sled like that? I did. I remember whacking my head on these things. And I'll tell you what, if you waxed up the runners, they would go fast. But you would also run into things and they would stop fast. And you go right off of them. So that was always fun. Just watch your teeth. Because, man, you'll hit them right on those steel bars. So here's some more things. Here's some farming stuff back here in the back. So that's pretty neat. Simmer pot kits. You got lots of, there's the old Drink Pepsi wooden crate. Those are just very, very cool. Here. All right, there's a joke that goes with this. Back in the day, they used to say, do you have Prince Albert in a can? What it is chewing tobacco. So they would prank call you, different people in stores and things, and they'd say, hey, you better let him out. He's going to run out of air. So this is the old Prince Albert can. And it is $10. But look at that. Isn't that cool? Chicken waters. We got John Deere signs, more tractor type things over there. Oh, look at that little piggy. Isn't that cute? He's got a smile. He's smiling. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Holy cow. Check that out. It's a cowbell on a gear with some blacksmith iron. Very, very nice. Very, very heavy. Be a good doorstop, that type of a thing. Somebody could knock it when you go in. They'd let you know they're there. Do you guys have any stores in Millersburg? Yeah. Or Berlin? Or if you own a store in Berlin or Millersburg or Walnut Creek, Sugar Creek, Winesburg, Baltic, and you'd like me to stop in and do the same type of thing, walk through the store, check things out, just kind of to showcase your store. Hopefully it helps a lot of people see this, because this will roll into a video. And so hopefully a lot of people see this and are able to stop by and support a new store like this, and also support the other stores that are in the area. So it is the heart of Amish country. So that's very nice. And a lot of things to see. Mount Hope. That is where we'll go to. So we'll go over and see the camels. Have you seen the camels at Mount Hope? We'll check them out. Not today, but very, very soon. So make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and you'll know when I go live. So again, we're at the showcase. That's right at 3962. Be on the south side of 3962. Big brick building, very nice. They're a newer business, so make sure you stop by. A lot of good prices, a lot of vendor booths here. Check this out, another duck. You know the saying, duck, duck, goose? Nah. Teapot. Oh, look at these. These are cute. Little butterflies. Aren't those pretty? $5. You know, if you got a little girl's room, you could hang these on the wall in there. You could paint some flowers and then hang the little butterflies in there. Wouldn't that be cute? Let me know if you enjoy these types of things. And we can do more of them. Or if you don't enjoy them, we can not do any more. But I think the majority of the people will like it. And I hope you can hear me all right. I do have the mic on, so because looking at the camera, I'm too busy looking at everything else and noticing all these different things. It's an eagle clock. It's just missing its clock, but look at that. Isn't that cool? You know, you could put a picture in here. You could put a lot of different things in here that would really neat. If you found a lens that you could put on here and then backlight it, so it just kind of glowed a little bit. I really like backlighting things. I like the effects of light on different things. Oh, check this out. I also like old phones. So here's an old phone. This is actually push button. This is not as old as I remember. You remember the old ones that you would put your finger in and dial? Those were always really neat. I've got one, and I have fun with it. Here's another phone. So I still use one of these to troubleshoot phone lines. Still got a couple phone lines out there. You know what these are called? Put it down below if you know what it is. I'll tell you here in a minute. Oh my gosh. You want to talk about bringing up memories. Like I said, bring your kids, your grandkids, or you yourself to these types of stores, and you bring back memories. Hot Rod magazine. They had these in the library at school, and we would be running to get the Hot Rod magazines. So then we'd all take them over to a table and all sit down, and don't tell the librarian, even though my wife's a librarian. She would yell at us all the time, not my wife, but the librarian at the school, because we would be cutting the pictures out of them. All the cool cars that were in there, the hot rods, the cars that we would like to have when we were older, we would take and cut those cars out, tape them in our books, and on the outside of it, you want to talk about a lot of memories. A lot of good memories. See which ones they've got here. A lot of Hot Rod magazines. Look at this guy right here. This is back in the day. John Travolta. Pretty neat, huh? Now he's riding in a sleigh. doing ads and stuff. But yeah, awesome, awesome memories. A lot of memories. So we're gonna turn it around here. You've probably seen me enough. There's some more. There we go. I'm gonna turn you away from that light. It's flooding it out. So that's pretty neat. Black and white photos, $3 each. What's cool about black and white photos is to see how people used to dress. And this isn't that long ago. This is probably in the 60s there. See if it says. No, it doesn't say. 50s, 60s, got the suit and the dress. June Cleaver. June Cleaver was. Let me know if you know who June Cleaver was. Let's go howdy doody. All right, we're going to come back out into the main area now. So again, we're at the showcase. It's a 39 and 62. A lot of things to look at, a lot of things to check out, a lot of memories to be remembered. So, you know, I appreciate you staying along with HCOandMORE. And if you ask real nice, they may even play the Victrola for you. Would you like to hear the Victrola? She's cranking it up. And that is all from the record. How many of you had records back in the day? How many of you had records back in the day? That's the old Victrola. So, all right. So I think the next place I'm going to go is to the Gospel Bookstore and look around over there. That's over at Belden Village. Holy cow. That is over at German Village. German Village. We'll see probably lots of horses and buggies. And we're going to go through all the different things that are here. Appreciate you sticking with me. I'm thinking while I'm talking, and then I hear myself and I think, what the heck are you talking about? So let's go ahead and we're going to go back upstairs. We're going to wrap up by going out on the street, and you can see downtown Berlin, Nutcracker. Lots of cool little, I don't think they're lighters. I'm not sure what they are. Let's take a look here. They're just little boxes. Oh, those are cute. So I hope you enjoyed the walk and all of the different things. Again, it's the showcase. Antiques and vintage. A lot of things to look here. A lot of vendor places. Like I said, if you have a store here in Berlin, Walnut Creek, Weinsberg, Sugar Creek, Charm Trail, Baltic, let me know. Shoot me an invite and I will stop by and we can take a look and do live videos from there. Look at that. I missed that the first time with the feathers. Just so many things. You can go through here a dozen times and still not see everything that's here. All right, so let's go ahead and we're gonna walk back out on the street. That's where we're gonna end, right where we started. We'll show you the outside of the store. We'll show you the town, Berlin, Ohio. It's the heart of Amish country. Oh my! I smell bacon and eggs as soon as I come out the door. Oh, now that smells good. Berlin, looking downtown. You got Boyd & Earthman's down here. You've got lots of different little stores. So we're going to go back over, I told you, to the Gospel Bookstore. They said stop by and visit them. So we're going to do that. Right now, we're at the showcase. Vintage and Antiques. 3962. North Side. Want to thank them for allowing me to set up and do the live video and help them out. Hopefully you stop in and see them. Like I said, they're a new business. Tell you what, we'll walk back inside just for a second. I'll ask them how long they've been in business, and just so you and I both know. So here we are again. So hang on just a minute and that's where we'll end it at. How long have you guys been open?
September 2nd.
September 2nd. So we're talking really, really new. So they are well stocked for as new as they are. So make sure you come, check out everything, pick a couple things up. Look at the old Philco. See, I could spend all day just looking at all these different things. And check this out. Check the swirls out in that glass. All really, really neat stuff. So, all right. Well, thank you. Again, it's Showcase. That's in Berlin, Ohio on 39 and 62. Stop by. Make sure you let them know that you saw them on HCOandMORE. And on the Facebook, which is Amish Country Views by Scott Stallman. And also the group, the Facebook group, make sure you jump on there. And because I'll post on both of those when I go live. And so that will be on the Ohio Amish Country, Holmes County, Ohio Amish Country. You think I would know that, huh? But, oh, hey, looky there. I got my coffee cup. Life is good. All right. So thanks for hanging with me. I hope you enjoyed this. And just kind of ignore me. I'm just kind of goofy. But yeah, we appreciate you being with us. Thanks for hanging out with me. And make sure you like and subscribe. And thank you very much. Have a great day. Let's go off to the Gospel Bookstore next. Maybe see you over there. Bye-bye.